Welcome back to the channel. This is No Luck Trucking. I'm Matt, and it's been a while since we made a video. So I think we talked about it on the last one. We did the dedicated run. Can't really film that. They considered a high value load, so can't really discuss the details or film it or anything like that, which is understandable, and we respect that rule, even though it's, I don't know, it's different. But after that, we had a FedEx pickup at the Baltimore airport, which we've never been to, and this one's way different because normally you come into a gate, there's a guard check, they tell you where to go at least, so you have some sort of idea of what you're doing. But this, you can just drive in off the street, and obviously the airplane side's all gated, but the actual warehouse side of all these places are not gated, so you can just like roll straight up to it. So we weren't really sure where to go. We had walked around for a while, couldn't find anybody. There's like 3 separate buildings that have FedEx on the warehouses, so we tried all of them. Place was like a ghost town. Finally, there's this customer facing place where I guess people can ship out packages, that's like on the corner of a warehouse. So we walked in there, some guy came up to help us, and we were like, yeah, we're like semi-truck drivers, and we have a pickup, but we have no idea where to go. We can't find anybody. And he's like, oh yeah, go down there by door 10. There's a door, just ring the bell, somebody will let you in, and you know, they'll tell you where to go. So mind you, this was in the afternoon, so we walked over there. It was hot, but you know, we didn't really have much to do. We hit the bell, but it didn't make any sound. We knocked on the door, nobody was around. It was really weird, so we were like, all right, well, maybe we'll try again later. Oh, the guy said also, if you don't go down there, you can find a yard hostler and ask them where you want to put the trailer to stage it, and they'll tell you where to get the paperwork and all the information. So we couldn't find any one of those. We had seen them rolling around periodically, but at the time there was none. There was nobody to be found. So we decided to go to sleep, and we would wake up a little bit early before the agent had listed out times to show up, and then time to check in, and then time to depart. So we figured we would wake up around the time that we were supposed to be getting there and see if there was more life in the place. So we walked back over to that door, and we hit the bell this time, and it makes a sound. People let us in, they show us where to go. So it was like, this place is completely shut down during the day. It comes alive at night. There's trucks everywhere. There's, you know, people working. There's the doorbell works. So that was supposed to leave out at like 3 in the morning, but at 9, I want to say 9 o'clock, something like that, they had given us the paperwork and said we were ready to roll. So we got a pretty decent head start. It was only like 360 miles, Baltimore down to Greensboro. So I was less than an hour away from delivering, and I get a call from the agent asking if we have departed yet. I'm like, yeah, we departed. I'm like an hour away. They were like, well, what time did you depart? It was like 9 o'clock. He was like, what? Like, that doesn't leave out until 3. I'm like, yeah, I know, but they were done. They gave us the paperwork. They said, you know, there's no sense in waiting. It's ready. Take off early. So I don't quite get that, like how they didn't know, because they use Landstar Connect, which is their tracking app. So they should be able to pinpoint exactly where we were, exactly when we left, because it puts in and out times, where you are. I don't know what the deal was. Maybe he didn't look. No idea. But anyways, we delivered, and we were trying to get used to like when we can, like where we can fit in showers and where we can fit in shopping into this like dedicated triangle that we have made ourselves. Now that we have gone to each of the places and we kind of know where everything is, and you know, kind of how everything works, it's a lot easier now to figure out how to work our stuff around that. So one of the notable things that has happened also is Liz signed up for a Planet Fitness Black card, so you can bring a guest, which would be me, because there's really not a whole lot of truck stops in the Baltimore area, and she wanted to be able to go to the gym while we were out on the road as well. So they do have showers, so I will use their facilities. It's about 16 miles away from where we load out for our dedicated lane. So we need to figure out when we fit that in, when we stop on the way to get a shower. We found the Walmart near Greensboro FedEx. It's about 5 or 6 miles away. That was perfect. So we dropped the trailer out for them to unload it. We went over to Walmart Bobtail, did all the shopping, came back, and then from there we just hooked up to an empty trailer. It calls for a live load, but they have a whole entire trailer pool, and the guy even said that it doesn't matter because they're probably not even going to bring that trailer back. They're going to leave it there to load it for one of the outbound stuff, so just grab a different trailer and go. So I'm not sure why they marked it as a live unload instead of a drop and hook, but either way, we dropped and hooked. Nobody complained. So and then from Greensboro, Liz got us over to Charlotte, because sometime after we delivered, we got a call from the agent on the load that we just delivered, Charlotte to Pocono Summit, Pennsylvania. And they were like, when are you gonna pick up the load? We were like, the load for Monday? He was like, well, it's ready now, which was Saturday. Yeah, so the agent ended up calling us Friday, and we had planned to deliver on Saturday to Greensboro, and then we were going to wait around and pick up on Monday for Pocono Summit. The agent tells us that it's ready as early as Saturday morning. So basically we dropped, switched drivers. Liz drove us over to Charlotte. We picked that up, and we made it over here Monday morning when the load was due in like 10 o'clock tonight, but we got it in early, and now we're gonna head back down to Baltimore area. It's been good. Like I said, half the problem was just getting to these places and figuring out how everything works, because a lot of the places that we're going now are not your typical FedEx places like normal LTL freight. It's like specialized stuff, and the normal process just doesn't exist. So we've been figuring it all out, but like I said, now we've hit all the points in our rotation, so we feel more comfortable about this, so we don't have to wake up extra early. We kind of know the deal, we know where to check in, we know when these things like fire off. So like I said, now we're kind of filling in the blanks of when we can do the personal stuff, like obviously like showering, fueling, groceries, things like that, and like when we have the time to bobtail somewhere and when we have to be hooked up to the trailer, you know, which ones leave out early, which ones we have extra time on. But it's been good. The only thing it is hindering content a little bit because, well, one, we can't film one of the runs, and then the other two, just, I don't know why, we just didn't film on the FedEx one. We just were in the moment. We went to go talk to somebody, and then we ended up leaving with the load and the paperwork and everything right then, when we were just going in to check in to make sure we knew where to go, you know, later that night. So I just kind of got in the truck and just kept driving. We had kind of planned on switching at some point during that run, but I just ran it through, and then Liz picked up the other load and got it north. So it worked out fantastic. So I think this loop that we made is is going to work out really well, at least for a while. It's nice to kind of go back to the same places because you know the procedures instead of being perpetually lost like we talk about. Now we're only perpetually lost for the first few times that we're there. But we also we were able to drop by the house and pick up some stuff. Drove the GTO a little bit. It is driving fantastic. Finally got the nerve up to really hammer it, and it is so much fun. Even Liz drove it too. We just had a blast. It's shockingly fast. It's not the fastest thing on the road, but you know, only 600 horsepower. It gets down. It's a lot of fun. Love that car so much. We do have another video on the No Luck Garage channel. I think that came out since the last video that we filmed. I'm not 100% sure, but we put on electronic fuel injection on my dad's Chevelle, 72 Chevelle. So check that out. Channel is No Luck Garage. Also, while I'm thinking about it, we do have our shirts, No Luck Trucking shirts. This one has been well worn. These are on sale for 20 bucks shipped on our website, nolucktrucking.com. I believe we have all the sizes in stock still. It is only shipping to US. International shipping is very expensive. But check them out on the website. Purchase one if you want to support us, if you like the shirt. I personally love the design that was done by our friend Sozo, who helps run the Discord, the website, does shipping. He's like a complete office in one. You know, helps IT and just a good friend. And he's really good at graphic design as well. So if you need some stuff designed, you know, drop an email to the No Luck Trucking email that's on our website. Who knows? Maybe he could design a logo for you. So anyways, we're gonna get down to Baltimore. Probably gonna stop and take a shower. Just kind of figuring things out. Like I said, we'll get back into filming. It might be some talking videos kind of filling in, but I think our next runs we'll probably film those. Not the dedicated one, obviously. But thank you guys for watching, and we will catch you on the next one.